beautiful people. This is your girl T, and I'm back to do some fun coloring today. Okay, so I actually have a color along going on Instagram called hashtag neonsneedluvtoo. And what I decided to do is go ahead and do a neon coloring for the color along in Spirit Animals by Hanna Karlzon. Now, this challenge has been tough, I know, for some people, because when you look at the neon colors that you have available in your various sets of pencils, you may only find 3, 4, 2, maybe none. So people are using like neon highlighters or just regular highlighters, and those typically come in like 4 or 5 colors. So I was just thinking, like, oh, I know there's a set of mine that has more neons. And so I remembered that the Irojiten pencils have, I think there's 10 of them here. So it would start here and end here. So I think that's 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 10 neon color pencils. So I'm going to be using the Irojiten neon color pencils in this video. And I've chosen a pretty simple page only because, you know, there's not very many colors to use. So, you know, the more difficult the page you choose, the harder it's going to be to actually do the color along, I feel. But you can get creative. I've seen some people going ahead and using other colors, but the challenge is to just use neon. So that's what I'm going to do here. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm going to start with the leaves in this picture. And sorry, this is my first time using it. Let me go ahead and try to see if I can get it to lay flat. I think that's a little better. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the leaves, okay? And the first color I'm going to start off with is lightning yellow. Lightning yellow, which is P7. I will make sure that these are flashing up in the screen for you so you can see, you know, you can have a record of what colors I'm using. All right, let me zoom in too, because I'm not doing both sides here. All right, so I hope everyone is doing well. Actually, I take that back, y'all. I'm going to start with the green. So the green that I'm going to use is Vigorous Green. That's Vigorous Green P10. All right, so back to chatting. I hope everyone's doing well. It's been kind of a long week for me. It's going to be that way for the next probably 6 to 8 weeks at work, because we have someone who's out on maternity leave. So our team had a baby, which is exciting. But, you know, that leaves us a little short-staffed. So we have to make accommodations with scheduling. And, you know, when things happen that are not expected, then we're even more short-staffed. So we've been dealing with that, you know, for today and a little bit in the latter part of yesterday. But, you know, my team is really strong, and so we're getting through it the best we can. So yeah, so it's been a little tough for me because, you know, as a supervisor, I believe that, you know, you should help where you're needed. Some supervisors, unfortunately, take that role and they feel like they shouldn't have to help when they're, you know, short-staffed. They kind of leave all of that work to the, you know, to their staff or their team. I'm not one of those supervisors because I know how it feels to be short-staffed because I was once just a regular, employee. And I know how it feels to be short-staffed and not have anyone helping. There have been times when I was the only one working, or it was me and another person. So, yeah. So I'm one of those people, I'm going to help my team. Okay. Which means that's more work for me because I have to do my own work. Testing. I'm testing systems and system changes. All the other work I have to do as a supervisor. So this week I've been a little exhausted, but I'm here, and tomorrow's Friday. When you're watching this, it's probably going to be Friday. But tomorrow is Friday. So yeah, so we had a baby boy in our group. We had a new baby, a little cute little boy. So yeah, so other than that, I'm just a little tired, plus my husband works nights, so I pretty much am the one who, is mommy and daddy after school. And my husband, is in bed by the time we're up, getting ready to leave. So it's kind of like, I'm also mommy and daddy in the morning. But one good thing is on the weekend, I kind of like hand the baton off to my husband. I'm like, okay, your turn. So I can kind of, do some things for myself. But I think Christian is becoming a mama's boy because he spends so much time with me. My husband doesn't want to believe that because my oldest is already a mama's boy. He wants Christian to be a daddy's boy, but when you're spending the most time with the child, they kind of just seem to be close to you, not because they want to, but it's just naturally that way. So sometimes on the weekends when, we're all here and I'm like, Christian, time for bed, go in, he likes to be tucked in every night and all that stuff. And I'll say, let daddy do it tonight. It's Saturday. Daddy doesn't ever do it. No, I want you to do it. And sometimes it's like, no, I'm not doing it. But other times I'll just give in and say, okay. But then I'm like, does it make my husband feel bad? Probably not, because typically, if he's not playing a video game, he's probably watching football or basketball. But taking a break is good. He doesn't mind it. It's just that, if he doesn't have to get up, he's not going to be upset about it. But, yeah, so I get a little tired during the week. And I know I've kind of been, I've been wanting to do like at least 1 to 2 videos a week. And I think I've been managing to do that. This week I'm not. This week is just going to be 1. But 1's better than none. So go ahead and just have this one. I'm going to also be doing a flip through because I got the new Alice in Wonderland by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. So I'll be doing a flip through of that one. So, but yeah, so I really wanted to do this video with the neons because I put the color along up there. I'm like, I gotta at least do one. My own color along, right? So if any of you guys are on Instagram and you want to see, I'll have a link to my Instagram page in the description below. You can check that out if you want to. There are a lot of other color alongs going on this September. I haven't even decided which ones I'm going to do yet, but I'm sure I've colored something that fits into one of the color alongs. But really this month, I've only done, I don't think I've done two whole pictures. And that's only because I was traveling to California, and I did one picture that when I was traveling. But I've really been trying to finish up my romantic country. And right now I decided to go ahead and complete the first layer of all of the pages that are remaining in the book. So I'm just about done with the last page in chapter 4, and I'll be doing chapter 5. Hopefully I will finish my first layers, this weekend, and then I can start, shading and everything, going back through and shading all the pictures. So fingers crossed this one will be done by mid-October. Hopefully before that, if I, spend some time doing it. But I've, romantic country has been fun. But then there are some pages that I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. And it's all the pages that have like a lot of books or a lot of small things. And it kind of reminds me of like the Joanna Basford pages where it's in a room, with all the knickknacks everywhere and stuff. It's just like one of those, kind of reminds you of like a wallpaper page in a way, because there's just a lot of those things. Every once in a while I have, I like doing those wallpaper pages, but I have to really be in the mood for something like that. So I typically will avoid those kind of pages too, because, or those books that have a lot of those kind of pages, because I'm not going to color them like, like people who really do like those kind of pages. So I like the Irojitens on this. I kind of find that neons color a little bit differently, and I can't really explain what I mean, but I kind of feel that they do. This is probably going to only be one video, guys, because I'm kind of speeding through this. I'm not going to be doing too much layering, but I will be doing some. But yeah, so wallpapers are not my thing, but I will give them a try sometimes. So, but yeah. So like I said, tomorrow's Friday. I'm trying to figure out what to do this weekend. It's starting to get cool. This morning we were like 54 degrees, which is really cool. It's like fall is like knocking on our door, like instantaneously. We're not like slowly getting into fall. It's like you wake up in the morning, there's, it's cold outside, you gotta wear a jacket. And I'm not sure what that's all about, but fall's not, we don't usually get this cool this early, I don't believe. So I'm gonna have to double check that, because I don't think that we do. Okay, so we're getting into his tail here, and I'm gonna go lightly because he's gonna be a different color. So right in here, I'm just pressing hard to put get as much pigment on the paper as possible. And then I'm just kind of lightly going around, like feathering out a little bit, because I'm going to go back in with another color where you see the white areas. And I'm going to use another neon color. So, yeah. But I hope everybody had a great week. That you didn't have drama in your life. No one caused drama. I'm going to go back over this. I want to get that a little bit darker. And I'm pressing hard right now to get that a little darker. Let me go back down here and do the same. Add another layer of this on top. Yeah, so today Christian had his Apex Fun Run fundraiser for his school. And, you know, I'm not real big on fundraisers. I just think that they can be awkward at times, especially when, you know, people are kind of having hard times and you're like asking people for money. I really don't like doing that. But I went ahead and did it. You know, I was like, I don't want Christian to feel bad that he didn't participate in the fundraiser. And, you know, when they participate in these fundraisers, depending on how much they raise, they get prizes. And I don't want him to be in class and like, you know, everybody getting prizes and he didn't get any, because I know he'll get upset because that's Christian. So I went ahead and did the, you know, sent out the notices to family, and mainly out family for the fundraiser. And Christian was able to, he raised $276. That's not the final count, because I know my father is actually donating some, because when I sent a thank you to everyone, he's like, oh, I didn't do it yet. Can I still do it? I'm like, yeah. So he's like going online so that he can, sorry, I wasn't even framed. So that he can, you know, give towards his fundraiser. I was like, oh, Christian, you raised a lot of money. So I thought that was good. He did good. All right. So now we're going to go back to the lightning yellow P7. And it's kind of hard to see these guys, so I'm going to have those flashing in the screen for you. So I'm going to go to P7. And I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to add yellow. So again, with the neons, we're going to have to be a little creative and maybe not so realistic. It's going to have to be a little unrealistic in a way, just to, you know, color this, but we'll see. I think I like this so far. Just using these yellows and greens for the leaves. But yeah, and then, so what they had to do was get pledges because they're going to be running laps. And so they say the average child would run like 27 to 36 or 37 laps. Christian actually ran all 36, I believe, 36 or 37 laps. He was one of the first probably 20 kids to finish early out of the first graders. I was so proud of him. I was like, gosh, he's running. I had to like holler at him and say, get water, because he was exerting himself so much trying to hurry up and finish and get all those laps. And I was like, I'm so proud of him. So much energy and enthusiasm, you know, for the run. And I like that he gets excited for something that he believes in. So that was cool. And then so he did 36 or 37 laps. And, you know, me and my husband, well, I didn't know. My husband's like, I said, yeah. My husband goes, I pledged $20 flat because he runs a lot of laps, right? Because he did this last year. And I was like, what? I pledged $1 per lap. He goes, oh man. I was like, why didn't you ask me? He's like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, well, guess you've got $57 from us. But yeah, so that was funny. But yeah, so he did that many laps, and it was funny too because one lady was saying how she heard that last year this woman wasn't paying attention, and when she did the pledging online, she didn't realize, I guess, how many laps the kids would do, and she pledged $20 per lap, and the kid who she pledged put the pledge in for did 35 laps, or like 30 laps, and she had to pay $20 per lap. I was like, what? I was like, I would have immediately contacted the company and say, hey, I made a mistake. Can you change that to $2 a lap, please? I'm like, that they have to know that must have been a mistake. But she had to pay it. So I bet you she didn't do any more fundraisers for a while. I probably would have done them for the next couple of years if that happened to me. But yeah, so it was fun to see him out there today and talk with some of the other parents and from his kindergarten class. Christian was in a preschool called Precious Lambs, and we had met a family, and come to find out their daughter ended up being in his kindergarten class, but she was not in his first grade class. But her mother and I, the girl's mother and I, we exchanged information when they were, in preschool together. And so we decided that we're going to go ahead and probably do some kind of barbecue or something before it gets too cold and invite them over. Her husband is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and my husband is also a Dallas Cowboys fan. I don't know if anyone else out there is a Cowboys fan. I can't say what fan I am because I don't really watch football like that, but if I had to choose a team, well, when I was choosing a team, it was San Diego Chargers, but they're no longer in San Diego, so I don't really have a team. I really don't. And that's okay, because I don't have time to watch football anyway. So we're gonna do that, and her and I have been trying to get together to have like lunch or whatever, and just haven't gotten a chance to. Maybe we will this time. So you guys, I'm just using this yellow here, filling in all the white space, kind of blending it over the green a little bit, not too much. This is a quick coloring. I might be able to finish this tonight, or today rather, and get this posted and get another one started. So the next set of pencils that I'm going to actually use is going to be an artist grade pencil, and I'm going to be coloring, I believe, in Christine Glorious book. They have the really cute mermaids and stuff in the books, and I just want to color one of those. I got that book a while ago, and I have not colored a page in it, and I really feel like coloring a page in it. I'm not sure what pencils I'm going to use, whether I use Caran d'Ache or if I use Faber-Castell. I'm going to be testing the paper just to make sure, I'm using a good pencil for that book. Okay, so we have the leaves all done. So that's how we're going to do that. And now I'm going to move into doing the body of this little guy. So for him, I'm gonna be using pink with yellow. Well, actually pink with orange, sorry. Pink with orange. Had to remember. All right, so pink with orange. All right, so I'm gonna start off with, this is called, make sure that, okay, this is called Sunrise Red. Is that a P or an F? Oh my goodness, guys, it's an F. So it's not P, it's F. Yeah, F. Sunrise Red F2. All right, so I'm going to start here. It's a really cool color. Just kind of blend just a little bit here, I guess. This color kind of, you don't have to press, you can press lightly on this color with this color, which is cool. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to start coloring in some of my books that I've picked up that are really nice. And, you know, not saying that any of the books are not nice, but, you know, just start coloring in some of those. Christmas is coming and fall is about to be here, and I kind of want to color in some of those books too. So I really got to get on the ball is what I want to do. So, oops, excuse me. Yeah. Anybody start Christmas shopping yet? Because I'm an early bird shopper. I'm supposed to start this month, but I haven't. Don't know when I will start actually. I'm trying to get Christian to tell me what he wants for Christmas, but he really doesn't know. Well, guys, he's asked for, you guys, my son asked for a trumpet. And this is a 6-year-old, guys. He asked for a trumpet and a saxophone. I was like, I don't think Santa Claus is gonna bring you that. And he's like, why? I was like, because you're not taking lessons for that yet, you know. And you have a lot of other instruments. You have to save some instruments for someone else. You know, for the parent switcheroo, like tell them don't, you know, they're not gonna get something because of XYZ. But somebody's like, get him a toy one. I'm like, that's not what, you guys, this is the thing with Christian. When he's asking for something like that, he doesn't want a fake or a toy. He wants the real deal. So yeah, he's looking for a sure enough saxophone and a sure enough trumpet. He already has a drum set. He has a keyboard. He has harmonica. He has a snare drum. He's got a ukulele. So Christian has a lot of instruments. Now, mind you, the drum set's like a youth one. The snare is an actual adult size snare, and we had gotten him that, because we didn't have room for a full size drum set until we moved, and then because we promised him one, we got him one for his birthday the year we moved. But yeah, so he's got instruments. yeah, so this little kid's not playing around when he's asking for a trumpet or a saxophone. And I like that he's asking for instruments, you know, because I always feel like you don't want to, like you want to invest in the things that they like that are good things like that. But also too, you know, for me, I'm going to look at how old he is and if he's even ready for that. So maybe in a couple years, but probably not this year. So, guys, I really love this color. I really, really do. It's so pretty. You know, the neons don't typically get used in my set. Now, I do use them sometimes. And basically, I'm using when I use them, I'm using the neon yellow. And sometimes I use it with red just to give a different, like, can't describe it. I'll use it with red to like make it pop, like make the yellow pop like a more orange, like a bright orange, like a neon orange almost. So yeah. This is nice. I like that color. All right, so this has to be a jewel of some kind. Okay, so probably choose another color for that. All right, so now we're gonna go to the next color, which is Sunset Orange. We have Sunset Orange, that's F4. Sunset Orange F4. So basically I'm just gonna come in here and add the Sunset Orange and some of this white space that I have. Kind of mix it in. This one kind of glides on really nice too. The yellow and the green don't seem as soft as these two here. But that could be all in my head. Cool. So guys, I have a question for y'all. What do you think about, you know, if you have a talent of some kind and so you have this talent, but you share it, but you don't really share it because you feel like there's so many people who do it that you're not going to be seen or heard or whatever. What do you guys think? Do you think that people should still share it in the hopes that, you know, well, first of all, share it because it's something you love to do. And then secondly, share it because it's a gift that you have, or sharing it because you don't know who may come across you and decide that they really, really like you. Even if the market is, you know, bogged down with people who do the same thing you do. I try to encourage my son and a friend of his to not, you know, don't hoard your gifts. Like, share your gifts, because you never know. Who cares if you don't have 20 million followers who like you and you only have one. Somebody likes it. I think that a lot of people fear rejection for whatever reasons. And that's something that, you know, I even had to overcome with doing this. Feeling like people may not like me, so why do it? But you know what? I had to get over that and just go for it. And I'm glad that I did, because I've met a lot of great people along the way, generous people, very kind people. So if I don't gain anything else but new friendships from it, then that's good enough for me. That might not be the case for everyone, but for me, that's just fine. I don't need to have the whole world, you know? I don't need to have the whole world loving me. If a few people do, then I'm good with that. So I'll try to encourage them today, because the gift that my son has with singing is amazing, and I've been trying to get him to do YouTube, or even if it's not a lot of people watch, just for yourself. But he's kind of I just want him to get out of worrying that people won't like him, or he may not sound as good as he thinks, or whatever. And if you're wondering, he sings, and I think that he sounds amazing. Some of the things that he can do with his voice, absolutely amazing. And I really think that he should share his gift. So, all right. So we're got that on there. So now we're gonna go to my yellow. I'm gonna use lightning yellow again. Lightning yellow, and that's F7. So we're just gonna put some of this yellow here. Fill in some of the space. Yeah, so if you're out there and you're watching and you have a gift and you're just nervous about it, about sharing it, I would admonish you to go for it. Sky's the limit. You never know what will happen, and who cares if nothing happens from it. You're doing something that you love to do, and you're sharing it with the world, the people who love you. All right, so we're gonna go into this stone here. I'm gonna just color this yellow. You guys, I'm not really good at coloring stones yet, so this is just gonna be what it is. It's gonna be what it is. All right, so I'm gonna put this vigorous green F10 with that as well. See, some of these colors that are in this set are actually very similar to each other. There's not much difference between these neons. So you're probably wondering why you're not using the other colors, because they're similar, and it's not going to look any different if I use them. Okay, so I think I'm going to go gold with, do these chains in gold. But I'm going to take the same vigorous green, and I'm going to do this here. Do this line. Try to tie him into the stem. try to tie those colors in a little better. So I'll put this green here and here. And then I'll bring that lightning yellow back. So that's lightning yellow, F7. Bring that back in. Yes, I think that's good. And I'm going to do all of this in gold. I'm going to do some gold. Now let's get his tongue. And I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to go. We're going to try this plastic pink. And that's F1. Plastic pink F1. We're going to do his tongue. And I'm going to straight color his tongue. Straight color that. All right, so we straight colored the tongue. Now we're going to move into the flower. All right, so for the flower, I will be using the pink, which is going to be the plastic pink. Okay, so I'm gonna press hard here. The edges are gonna be straight coloring. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now for all of these parts of the petals. And you hear me blowing because I have some blooming coming from the pencil. And that's because I'm pressing hard. So yes. All right, so we have that. Oh, forgot some. You guys might hear background noise because my son, the oldest one that can sing, is just coming in here bothering me right now.
Hey, beautiful people.
Oh my gosh, get out. So, yeah, he's the one I was talking about, you guys. He's the one I was talking about. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna like take this pink, and I'm not gonna take it all the way down. I'm just gonna take it about halfway or so, and not be too perfect, kind of like, you know, uneven a little bit, and because I'm gonna, you know, blend another color in there. You're gonna hear some background noise. Please forgive that. Okay. I don't know if anyone else has this book, Spirit Animals. It's really nice. I really like her books. And I don't know if anyone has seen the cover of the new Kirby book. Woo, you guys. The cover of that book is amazing. I can just imagine the pictures, what the pictures are going to look like. I'm really excited about that one. And that one doesn't release until next year. I'm actually going to pre-order that around Christmas time just so that I don't miss out on the great price. Because who knows, you know, they might make the price go up. And that would be a bummer. Not that I would, you know, but really I would pay $20 for his book, any of his books, because I really like him. I really like his illustrations. a lot. So, all right, so here I'm just, again, just coloring this in. Don't want to be too perfect. But yeah, this Hanna Karlzon book is really nice. I can put a link to the flip through I did if you haven't seen it yet. Most people probably have. I've done a flip through of it if you're interested in watching it, or if you forgot what the book looks like and you just haven't purchased it yet. I'll go ahead and put a link within this video. It'll be a card you can click on if you want to. By the way, sorry for my ugly finger. I cut myself washing a glass at the church. Somebody stacked the glasses, and I guess the pressure from it, you know, from the glasses being stacked and me putting it in hot water, you know, made the glass crack. So when I went to grab the glass and take my hand, like with the towel to, you know, wipe the inside of it, it like went right across my finger and sliced my finger from here to here. And so it's been trying to heal, but every time I like want to, you know, think it's healing, it's done, not really done, but you know, for the most part, I can take a Band-Aid off of it. I do something to snag it and it starts bleeding again. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I have to go run and put a Band-Aid on it. So I just can't wait for that to be done, healing completely, because it's a nuisance, especially when you're, you know, when you have things to do that require your fingers to get a little rough, be treated a little roughly. So, all right. Guys, I like this flower. I like it. I like this pink. Pink is my favorite color. And so, of course, this flower has to be pink. Y'all forgive me if the tripod is shaking. I have it really close to me, so it's probably going to shake a little bit. All right, so let's see. We have some leaves in here. Not leaves, but petals. Just be real careful getting in there. Also, too, guys, I was tagged to do a color tag, and I'm going to be working on that this weekend. There's some really hard questions. I don't know how I'm going to answer those just yet. I'm like thinking, like, you know, like some of the questions are like, who are your top three favorite illustrators? And that's so hard. But I'm going to, you know, try my best to come up with some answers and why I chose them. So this tag is pretty exciting. I'm, you know, this is only, I think, the second time I've been tagged to do something like that. So I'm happy about that, but also this is a hard one. So, I mean, it's not super hard, but it's going to be tough, like figuring out who's your favorite, the questions can make you kind of feel like, gosh, who is my favorite? You think you know, but then you're like, gosh, are they really my favorite? When you have to really sit and think about it. All right, so next we're going to go with the equatorial orange, which is F3. And I'm going to use that orange in here. Just filling in the white space. So although neons are bright, you don't seem to get very many colors with these. I haven't seen any set yet with a neon blue, unless I just don't remember. I'm wondering if the Guang Hui set has something that can be considered a neon. That set has a lot of unique colors in it in itself, so there might be a neon or something that can be considered a neon blue, or even a neon purple. Yeah, so very, very nice. I love Irojiten pencils. They have some unique colors as well. Basically, I'm just taking this down into the pink just a little bit. In some areas I might go a little further, just so it doesn't look, not perfect, but doesn't look like it's, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I think you guys know what I mean. I don't have to explain. All right, so now we're going to go in here. Add some of this equatorial orange. That's a pretty cool name too, equatorial orange. I hope you guys go ahead and try this same color along. It is a challenge, but I know you guys can do it. And if you're on Instagram, go ahead and tag me, and I'm going to be doing a video with all the completed colorings for the month of September for the hashtag neonsneedluvtoo. Okay? And I'd love to share your picture on my channel in a video with your name shown with it. There's a lot of great colors out there, and not all colorists have a channel, so they use Instagram to share their work, or Facebook. I think people also use Twitter to share their work. So, any way that you can share it, I would say share it. All right, we have 2 petals left, and then we're gonna work on these little guys in here. Bring some of that down there. Then I'll have to go grab a, I think maybe I'll use gel pen. I'll try to find a nice shiny gel pen. I may not use gold because I'll try to find a neon gel pen of some kind because I want to stay within the rules of the color along. All right, so now I'm going to switch over to the Sunset Orange F4, and I'm gonna add that here. On the center of these, on the center of this flower. I never know what these are called, so. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna go to back to Lightning Yellow, F7. And we're gonna add that yellow in here. All right. So we are done with that. You really can't see that, but that's how neons are. You think it's going to show up, but it doesn't because you really can't get it darker. Now, if I wanted to, I could go in with a dark, like a magenta or something and color that in, but I'm not going to do that because I want to stay with doing only neons. So now what I'm going to do is pause the video and I'm going to go find some gel pens to sparkle this up with. One moment. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to be using the Color It gel pens, and I was able to find 2 colors that could be considered neon colors. The first one is Glitter Coral. So I'm going to do the chain in that. Let's see how it works. It's not really neon, but close to it. So we're gonna go ahead and, I have not swatched these, so I just going based on the color of the cap and what it scratched out on his paper next to me. But when you put it next to the actual neons, it doesn't really look neon, but that's okay. And I don't know if any of you have colored gel pens, the colored glitter gel pens. They're quite nice, but I'm finding that sometimes, the ink won't come out and I'll have to like tap it. And I really don't like doing that. And it could be because I've had them for a long time. The ink's just drying up in there. I don't know. But yeah. So we have the chain up here. I'm going to go and also do that the same color. Okay. Now I'm going to go and use the second color I've chosen, which is Glitter Firefly. That looks like a neon color. Let's see how this looks. Okay, I gotta show y'all. Tap it and scratch. Tap it and scratch. All right. Oh yeah, that looks like a neon color. So we'll go ahead and go with that. Too late now if I want to change my mind, huh? Just having a hard time coming out. All right, and I'm gonna do his eyes that color too. Do his little spots as well. My favorite gel pen is actually the Jelly Rolls. I love those gel pens. I know a lot of people don't like using gel pens because they get, you know, the ink gets stuck in there like that. But if you can afford some Jelly Rolls, I would suggest getting those because you don't have to tap it. Sometimes people say it comes out too fast for them, but you just got to learn, learn how to use, use it or use it slow. Make it, can't talk. Make it come out a little slower by just maybe tapping instead of holding it down and going like that. You might want to just tap it on and then move the ball or move the ink around with the tip for small little details. But I like coloring with them. They're nice gel pens. All right. So we were done with our neon page. Hashtag neons need love too, y'all. They need love. Give your neons some love and they'll love you right back. All right, y'all. So I really appreciate you watching me do this neon page. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I think you'll like this channel. And if you're returning, welcome back. All right, y'all. Take care. Till next time.